What if everything you believed was a lie? What if the hero you trusted wasn't even real? And what if the villain was the one who created him? Season 2 of Paradise just delivered one of the most shocking twists in recent television, and it completely changes how we see Link, Sinatra, and the entire world around them. This isn't just another plot twist. This is a complete rewrite of reality. By the end of this story, you won't look at these characters the same way again. Let's break it all down. Before we dive into the twist, we need to go back to the beginning. In Season 1, Link was introduced as a calm, intelligent, and controlled character. He always seemed like he knew more than he was letting on. There was something beneath the surface, something hidden. Then there was Sinatra. Powerful. Cold. Always in control. At first, their relationship looked simple. Two opposing forces moving toward an inevitable clash. A hero and a villain on a collision course. But even back then, something felt off. There were small moments that didn't quite make sense. Why did Sinatra seem to understand Link on such a deep level? Why did Link react to certain situations like he had already lived through them before? And why did their conversations feel so personal, almost like they shared a history that no one else knew about? Season 1 planted the seeds of mystery. Season 2 tears everything open. Here's the bombshell that changes everything. Link and Sinatra were never strangers. They were connected long before the events of the story. They were partners. Not just allies, not just colleagues, but key figures in a secret project that sits at the center of everything happening in Paradise. And this wasn't just any project. This was something dangerous. Something powerful enough to manipulate minds, alter memories, and possibly even control reality itself. At some point, something went terribly wrong. And that's where everything broke apart. That's where Link and Sinatra became enemies. But the truth is far more complicated than betrayal. Because Sinatra didn't just turn against Link. There are strong hints that she may have created the version of him we see now. One of the most disturbing revelations in Season 2 is the idea that Link's memories cannot be trusted. Throughout the season, we see cracks forming. Flashbacks that don't match. Memories that contradict each other. Moments where Link seems lost, like he's trying to hold onto something that keeps slipping away. At first, it feels like confusion. But slowly, it becomes clear that this is something much bigger. Link's past may have been altered. His identity may have been rewritten. And Sinatra may be the one responsible. Imagine waking up and realizing that your memories, your experiences, even your sense of self, might not belong to you. That's the reality Link is facing. And it raises a terrifying question. Who is he really? Is he the person he believes himself to be? Or is he something that was designed, shaped, and controlled? Now let's talk about Sinatra. Because Season 2 changes everything about her character. At first, she seemed like a classic antagonist. Cold, calculated, always 10 steps ahead. But now, she feels much more complex. We learn that her actions weren't random. They were deliberate. Carefully planned. And possibly driven by something bigger than simple power or control. She didn't just betray Link. She made a choice. A decision that may have cost her everything. But why? What was so important that it justified rewriting someone's identity? There are hints throughout the season that Sinatra isn't acting alone. That there is a larger system, a bigger force behind the scenes. And that she may be protecting something. Something dangerous. Something that, if revealed, could change everything. This transforms her role completely. She's not just a villain anymore. She might be a gatekeeper. Someone standing between the truth and chaos. Once you understand the twist, everything starts to fall into place. Moments that once felt confusing suddenly make sense. The way Sinatra looks at Link is no longer just cold or calculating. It feels personal. Almost emotional, like she's looking at someone she once knew. Their conversations carry weight. Every pause, every line feels like it's hiding something deeper. Link's instincts begin to stand out. He reacts to things he shouldn't recognize. He knows things he was never told. Even the locations, the symbols, the recurring details all point back to the same thing. The project. The past they share. None of it was random. Every piece was placed carefully, building toward this reveal. But beyond the mystery, there's something more powerful here. This twist isn't just shocking. It's tragic. At its core, this is a story about identity. About control. About losing yourself. Link isn't just trying to defeat Sinatra. He's trying to understand who he is. He's trying to find the truth in a world where nothing feels real anymore. And Sinatra? She might be the one who caused all of this. But she's also someone carrying the weight of that decision. Every action she takes now feels like it's driven by something deeper. Regret. Responsibility. Or maybe even fear. Looking ahead, the story could go in several directions. Link could begin to recover his true memories, unlocking a version of himself that's far more dangerous than anything we've seen so far. Sinatra could finally reveal the full truth about what happened in the past, exposing the real purpose of the project. A larger enemy could emerge, proving that both Link and Sinatra were never truly in control. And the world of Paradise could expand, revealing a much bigger conspiracy that reaches far beyond what we currently understand. One thing is certain. This story is far from over. Now the question is yours to answer. Is Sinatra truly the villain? Or is she protecting something we don't yet understand? And what about Link? Is he a victim? A weapon? Or something even more dangerous? Because if his memories aren't real, then the person he becomes next might be completely unpredictable. And that might be the most dangerous twist of all.